This is my crowd.
And let the trials begin. So when you think of sports, especially the greatest of all time in sports, some notable icons you're probably going to notice is Tom Brady, Cristiano Ronaldo, and who I will be speaking on today, Michael Jordan. I'm going to be talking about his background, his NBA career, along with his influence that he had on the game and in my life. Now, I've been a huge basketball fan for all my life, as I stated in my previous speech, and I kind of got introduced to it mainly through games. So I played a lot of Xbox. I even memorized players to that. But one of the players that I fell in love with was Michael Jordan, and I got to learn more about him through my dad and seeing a lot of his highlights online. Basketball has just played a tremendous part of my life, and it's kind of hard to not mention Michael Jordan whenever you're talking about basketball, especially the greatest of all time in the game. So first, I'm going to be starting off with his upbringing. Now, Michael Jordan had about 5 siblings. He had, including himself, he had 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and then obviously himself. Now, he was very competitive. As I've stated, his mentality is what kind of defines him. His mentality is what got him so far, but in his upbringing, him and his brothers always played basketball. They're always playing in their backyard, and that's where he first learned his love for the game. Now, his sophomore year of high school, I don't know if you guys all know this, but he was cut from the high school team. Now, one reason why he's probably one of the most respected in the game is, he was in the NBA. He bounced back. He didn't let being cut hold him back from his future. Instead, he used it for fuel to motivate him to be the best of all time, which he did. He made, not only in his junior and senior years did he make varsity, he got a scholarship to the University of North Carolina and had probably one of the best NBA careers ever. And that's going to be my next topic. In his NBA career, he's had a lot of challenges. He's played with the flu. He even left the NBA, went to the MLB for a season, and then came back. Now, he went to the major leagues. In the middle of basketball, he went to the major leagues, made it on a team, and even played for a season. Now, that's crazy. He was able to make an MLB roster. So that just goes to show why his mentality plays a big part of who he is. Now, in his NBA career, he was the Rookie of the Year, 5-time season MVP, 6-time NBA champion, 6 times Finals MVP. So let's stop there for a second. Every single time his team went to the Finals, he was the MVP, all-around best player in that series. Let that sink in. He was also a 10-time scoring leader, 9-time first-team All-Defensive Player of the Year, 1-time Defensive Player of the Year, 11-time All-Star, 3-time All-Star Game MVP, 2-time Slam Dunk Champion, and 2-time Olympic gold medalist. So through all of his trials and tribulations, he's accomplished probably the most decorated NBA career of all time. And so I'm going to go ahead and go into my last topic, which is the influence that he had. Everybody in the NBA arguably MJ was probably their idol if you were to ask them. He did it all. As you can see, he played great defense, played great offense. But his mentality, he didn't care if a player didn't like him, as he stated in his documentary, The Last Dance. He stated that he kind of felt bad at times just because he was being such a jerk. But he realized and recognized that he was probably the only person that was willing to take those sacrifices. That's why he's such a big influence, not only in the game, but in my life. To kind of conclude this all, I think it's safe to say he made a pretty big impact on how we see the game today. And a lesson that I want to leave you guys with is how you respond can determine your future. He didn't let being cut from high school tear him down. He used it to fuel him, to propel him to have a very successful future. And that's what I think we all need to learn, is that even with trials and tribulation, how we respond is going to determine how successful we're going to be.
Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. Timeout, Utah. 5.2 seconds left.